Want to know how to make a one-way entrance to your base by using multiple roofs and hidden gun traps? Or how to open any shelter on the server using Frankenstein and a secret command? Or maybe how to keep your loot completely safe from any offline raiders using a copter, parachute and secret base? Here are 15 building tips in Rust that 99% don't know. From the light ones to those that will definitely blow your mind. If you do find this video useful, be sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel and check out today's sponsor. Rustly is one of the fastest growing Rust websites with a lot of games to play, many deposit methods including skins, cards and crypto, and instant withdrawals with a store full of skins. You can climb 5 free cases by using code STELIC or clicking the link in the video description. You can battle against real players or bots in games like Case Battles, Coin Flip and even Minefield and win cool skins. And if it's not enough for you, you can get a lot of bonuses and free cases every 24 hours. In fact, you can get 5 free cases right now if you click the link in the description or go to rustly.com and use code STELIC. And now, let's get back to the video. If you use such loot rooms during the Halloween update, you were wasting space inside, because instead of the usual 4 large boxes, you could fit 16 coffins in one square and get 4 times as many loot slots. In general, a coffin is a unique item that can be placed almost anywhere. It can be attached to the walls and even to the ceiling inside your base. So you can make a normal room with a TC and a workbench, but with 3 coffins on top that don't take up any space. And you'll be left with a bunch of free space at the bottom that you can use however you like. This is a trap with a one-way entrance. Its main trick is that if you climb through the hole in the roof, you can easily get in. And you can do the same on the other side, because the entrance is symmetrical. However, once you get inside, you're done. These 2 gun traps won't give you a chance to survive, and they are impossible to see from the outside. But even if by some miracle you manage to survive, you won't be able to get out, because you'll be blocked by the texture of the roof, which is much larger on the inside than on the outside. And if you open the door at the back, you'll be greeted by 2 more gun traps, which you probably won't even need. Now let's test this trap. As you can see, you won't stand a chance. And here's another way you can make a simple and unexpected trap. And all you need for this is a wallpaper, which only costs 10 clothes. As you know, wallpaper can only be applied to the inside walls of your base, so you could build a twig wall and hide it behind wallpaper, and no one would even know about it. That means you can remove that wall and put 2 or 3 gun traps behind it, then build the wall back again and hide it behind wallpaper. Now, if I deafterize from the TC and come to this wall, the trap will leave me no chance of survival. I've already shown you a one-way entrance to the base, but what about one-way windows that will give you a huge advantage over other players? Inside, they look like normal windows and give you a great view in almost any direction. But the main trick is that you can easily spot the enemy from here and use spray to kill him. But from his side, you'll be practically invisible, and it's impossible to hit such a small gap with spray from here, so he'll be forced to shoot with 1 taps. To make this shooting floor, you need to build 2 half floors on 2 triangles and add wall frames on top. Next, build 2 windows on the inside and place 2 ramps in front of them as I show. You can cover this floor completely with walls and ceilings, or add some windows on the other side, but I'll show you an example with windows on one side only. Next, build ceilings on the outside of the windows and close them with horizontal embrasures. Now you need to hide the top of the window to make it harder to hit you. To do this, build 1 ceiling in the middle and 2 ceilings on the sides, and cover each window with 2 barricades. And finally, you can remove the extra ceilings and your shooting floor is ready. You can build such a tower next to a monument and have full control over the recycler. I'm sure that each one of you has at least once built a shooting floor like this, with a roof and 3 windows. And I'm sure that you don't use that roof in any way, even though you could. As you can see, if I try to put a box or sleeping bag on the roof from below, I will fail. But if I climb to the top, I can easily place several large boxes and a sleeping bag from here. This will help you save a lot of space inside your base and add some storage space. But that's not all, because you can easily put one or even two beds on the roof, which comes in handy, especially in small bases where there is a little space inside. If you don't like the red color that indicates the building zone, you can easily change it. To do this, press Escape, go to Options and open Accessibility tab. Here you need to find Monument's blocked color and change its color to blue, pink or yellow. A very simple but unusual trick that will make your game more enjoyable. In my previous videos, I showed you how to break a car using a double door. However, this is not very convenient, as you'll have to spend at least 5 minutes closing and opening the door. If you want to break the car in a few seconds, you can use bar doors instead of double doors. Yes, you'll have to buy the DLC, so think for yourself whether you need it or not. But now, if you close those doors and wait a few seconds, the car will explode and you can get all the loot that was inside. If you see someone chasing you and you have a full inventory of resources, you need to do everything you can to save them. The best way to do this is to craft a small box and a lock. Then find any stone, either a metal ore or a stone ore. Take this small box and place it inside the metal ore. The main thing is not to put it too deep, otherwise you won't be able to use it. Next, just lock it up and throw all your resources inside. That's it. Now you can start PvP without worrying about resources. However, there is another easier way to hide resources, but you'll need a backpack for it. First, put all your resources into the backpack. Then, throw the backpack away, take a building plan and a hammer, build a foundation over it and upgrade it into wood. That's it. Now to open this backpack, you'll have to break the foundation. But the important thing is that only you will know that it's hidden here. As you know, pixel gaps are now much harder to make, but I found the easiest way to build them. I'll leave the creator of this method in the description below. All you have to do is build 2 squares, then build a half wall in the middle and the second one on the side. Attach a rock to the half wall in the middle, build a triangle in front of you, jump over the wall and build another triangle without moving the mouse. Now check if you can build a triangle in the middle. If so, you have done everything correctly. Next, just build 2 squares from each triangle. Remove the excess twig and enclose the squares with half walls and ceilings. As you can see, there is a gap in the middle, through which we will use the boxes. Put 2 large boxes on the sides and 1 small box in the middle. Lock them up and enclose the square with the ceiling. That's it, your pixel gap is ready. If you want to hide it, just put a double door on top. Its texture will hide the gap. And when you need to use these boxes, just remove the door. And with this trick, you'll be able to hide 2 boxes inside your gatehouse. As you can see, there is nothing unusual inside, 2 doors and windows with roofs on the sides. But if you remove one of the embrasures and upgrade the roof into a container skin, you get access to a small box at the bottom. And you can do the same thing on the other side. By the way, it works with any skins, including stone skins. So using this trick, you can hide a few sets inside the gatehouse in case of emergency. And to hide these boxes, you can simply add embrasures from the outside and change the roof back to metal. If you have a lot of loot and you're afraid of being offline raided, you can build a small base on the shore in a winter biome, buy a copter, craft a parachute, grab the main resources and fly 7 or 8 squares away from the shore. Once you get to the right place, fly up as high as you can and exit the game. Once you get back into the game, immediately press space and fly to your base. This way you can keep your loot safe from any offline raids. And that's not even a trick, it's a glitch. If you make any Frankenstein, light, medium or heavy, you can open the doors to any shelter. First you need to click follow and walk with him to the shelter. Next, you need to look at the door and press move, after which Frankenstein will walk up to the door and open it. And it works with absolutely all shelters on the server, so it's really an OP bug. And the last trick will help noobs like me to make the simplest possible automatic furnaces. All you need for this is 3 furnaces, 5 adapters, 2 for the large box and 1 for each furnace, 2 conveyors, a battery, you can use a small battery, a large box, pipe tool and wire. Place a battery inside your base and a large box and 3 furnaces next to it. Attach 2 conveyors to the wall and add 2 adapters to the box and 1 adapter to each furnace. Next, connect the electricity to the conveyors. You can use the pass-through connector for the second conveyor. Connect the box to the conveyor. Then connect the conveyor to the first furnace, the first furnace to the second furnace, and so on, until your final furnace. Connect the last furnace to the conveyor, and then into the last storage adapter on the first box. The system is ready. Now turn on both conveyors. Drop your resources into a large box, turn on the furnaces, and watch the magic happen. Your automatic furnace room is ready. And finally, if you want to learn even more tricks in Rust, then did you know that you can spy through the ceiling and see what's going on around your base while being completely safe? And all you need for this is just a box and one secret item.